San Diego.
All right, folks. Hey, welcome back. You're listening to Green Machine Radio. I'm Dave.
I'm Alex.
We've been sitting here chatting about hydrogen power systems with Richard Connor, I guess inventor, president, head dishwasher, pretty much does it all. And the newbie in the house, Michael Lutz, fresh out of the military.
Woo, woo.
Ooh, ooh. There you go. Is that what the Navy does? Ooh, ooh.
No,
is that it? Ooh, ooh.
That's my own personal little stuff.
Oh, I was going to say, because I know the Marines are a little bit more rough than
We
that.
do the woo-ha.
Yeah, ooh-ah, or something to that effect. And we're sitting here talking about this product. It's not brand spanking new, but it's a system that has got some proprietary parts and pieces to it, which is good. Richard has been working on this for a few years. Just passed California Air Research Board. Now he's authorized to sell this system. Talk about the website. What's the website address so people could actually go there and get more information than what we're giving?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's www.hpstech.com.
Yeah. I just got a text from a guy who was wondering about diesel RVs. Would this system work on diesel RVs? And have you got any RV companies signed up?
Well, if you have an RV, come on down. We'll turn it over to the dyno shop to have one installed. But absolutely,
go. Yeah, and there again, and this is a system that if it sits like a motorhome does, it's not going to affect the equipment.
No, not at all. I mean, the thing's not going to freeze. It's designed so that it can work in the Gobi Desert or in Nome, Alaska.
There you go. Well, you know, the other portion of this, as far as application, I don't think there are any limitations on application, are there?
There really aren't. We can do all internal combustion engines, but in California for right now, we're focusing on the light, medium, and heavy-duty diesel on-road trucks.
Sure. Because
that's what we're approved for.
Right.
Any place else in the country or the world, we can go on any kind of internal combustion engine. If it's a towboat, tugboat, stationary generator, we can get anywhere from a 7% increase to a 35% increase in fuel economy.
So these generators that are to standby, you know, for big businesses, hospitals, those
Water
types
pumps,
of things.
Generators, pumping stations. If it's got a generator, we can improve your economy.
Like, wow, how come nobody thought about this a long time ago? Well, it's not that they didn't. It's just that I think there's such thing as a right time and a right place.
Well, until 1970, there was no EPA.
Right.
Diesel was 29 cents a gallon. Where's the economic incentive?
Yeah, why would you care?
Who cares?
Yeah.
And right now, we are legitimate to be put on we're considered a universal application on any light, medium, heavy-duty diesel truck between the years 1960 and 2009.
Wow.
And the next question is, well, how come you can't do 2010? Because I didn't have another $40,000 to test a 2010 engine. That comes next year.
Yeah.
But
let's sell some equipment, then I'll look at your 2010.
If you got a 2012 in Omaha, come talk to us.
Right. And I have to agree with you 100%, Richard, because people, I mean, when I was in the car business, we smog cars and we fail them and we gross pollute them and people would yell at me. You know, yell all you want, but go outside, take a deep breath. It's a heck of a lot cleaner today than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And all you're trying to do is make this a better place to live. I mean, really, why else would you be doing it?
Well, I want to make some money.
Well, there's that too with this, but to be able to make money and give back to the community and help the future generations, you know, I think that's the goal about this whole thing. Now, the other thing, you know, I ran into you over at the Rotary Club, and by the way, thank you very much for inviting me. So it seems to me like you're not only just doing hydrogen systems, but you're pretty involved in the community.
It's all good fun, and the Rotary Club, bless my friends in that. We give back to the community.
Sure.
We support the Escondido Child Community Development Center. We support Angels Depot. All those things that the Rotary does, and we're just one of many clubs all around the world.
Right.
So I'm proud to be associated with service above self.
Right. And the only reason we even brought that up was just to show you a company like this. But he's so committed to what he's doing, but he's also committed to the community as well, you know, and you can't be committed to the community and build a product that doesn't work. Again, we haven't talked price yet, folks, because we're not really trying to sell systems tonight. What we're trying to do is kind of educate the masses and answer the questions that you might have about the system before we tell you what the price is. And we're not trying to hide anything from you, but normally if you mention a price, I mean, a lot of people, that's all they care about. But it's not the price, it's the end result. But the question I asked Richard, and that was the most important one to me too, is, okay, if I buy this equipment, what is my turnaround as far as, for it paying for itself? I mean, you were talking less than 2 years.
If you're a garbage truck, if you're a long-haul driver, if you are a beverage delivery man, if you are a shuttle bus at the airport.
Oh, boy, I bet you those guys should jump all over this stuff.
Well, compare it to what you can find out there on the internet. You can buy these things for $49.99, and you get a glass jar and 4 cables, and good luck. Okay, or you can pay $1,000 for something that's got all sorts of fancy bells and whistles, and it doesn't work either.
Yeah.
What's the value of something that doesn't work?
Exactly. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. Come back for our last segment. You're listening to the Green Machine Radio Show, featuring hydrogen power systems. You need to stay tuned. All right, folks. Hey, welcome back. You're listening to the Green Machine Radio Show. We've been talking a lot about this hydrogen system, power system, that is mainly designed for big rigs. But I was going to ask Richard, do you see hydrogen? I mean, how's the future look for hydrogen in itself? I know you're immersed in it, but I mean, what do you see for the future?
Well, one of the reasons that I focused on this transition technology is because all the talk about the hydrogen highway, and this is my personal opinion, the infrastructure for a huge, complete hydrogen economy has been 20 years away for the last 20 years.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah. So what I see is, what do we do right now for the trucks on the road?
Right.
What do we do right now that's not going to cost people an arm and a leg? What do we do that was not going to take a complete engine retrofit in these existing vehicles?
Right.
That there's a lot of 50 and 60 and 70-year-old diesels still in service all around the country, all around the world, in farmhouses, in pumping stations. And these are the ones where these poor farmers, our farmers and everybody else,
they're poor farmers,
are getting socked in the pocketbook.
Right.
And this is a simple thing that can pay itself back within a year or slightly more.
My main concern would be if I decide that now I've got my rig and I'm an over the road guy. How long is my truck going to be sitting at the dyno shop? Because every time it sits, that's money I'm losing. So am I talking 2 days, 3 days? What am I looking at?
Mark can install this thing in 6 hours or less.
Oh, wow.
And by the time all the crying is done, you're going to be out about $10,000.
Okay.
Give or take $500, tax, whatever.
Okay.
For the smaller trucks, for the diesel pickup trucks up to 7 liters, it's about $6,500.
Okay.
And it's
Dave,
only paid once.
Yeah.
And you brought up another good point, Dave, and that is that we are the manufacturer. So just like when you take your car to the dealer, you don't take it back to Chevy in Detroit. You take it to your local dealer.
Exactly.
We do the warranty on the backside. They do the service, and they do the customer.
And the beauty of it is
relation.
it's in Escondido.
It is, and we are looking for responsible dealers of good character to join our team.
Yeah, well, I've got some people I'll hook you up with.
The other thing, too, is just knowing the way the system works from what we've been talking about tonight is I don't see a whole lot of black magic going on where people are really going to have to worry about, oh, this thing's not performing. I mean, it's electrolysis. You're making bubbles. So
you can see the bubbles.
Once you basically have that set up, and it's just so long as it's properly installed, it's properly affixed to wherever you're going to locate it on the vehicle, and you have the right water in there and everything else is right, it doesn't sound to me like you have a whole lot of areas that are going to fail.
Actually, it's pretty boring. You flip a switch and it bubbles at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think that's, it's boring, but on the other hand, too, especially over the road guys, they got enough to do than to have to maintain your equipment.
I'd call it elegant simplicity.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Because you don't have to maintain it. You don't have to do anything to it except keep water in it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't see the argument. I think the only argument I would have, is, okay, well, prove it to me. And that's what you have. You have the data. You got Hawthorne Caterpillar, for goodness sakes. I can guarantee you John would not have you even on the property if you weren't doing the right thing.
Here's the reality. The system that we have designed for the trucks is in a box, and it's designed to be able to be removed and moved to new trucks as those trucks are retired.
But the bottom line is, folks, if you're interested, if you have a truck and you're going over the road, you might want to take a look at it. The website again is, Michael?
It's www.hpstech.com. And also, I mean, we're all over social media too.
Great.
So we've got a Facebook account, we've got a LinkedIn account, we're on Google Plus, we're on Twitter,
YouTube,
everywhere.
check out our videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I will do that. I will do that.
Definitely come, check us out, follow us, like us, connect with us, whatever the case is. We'd really appreciate it.
Right. And any feedback, any questions because I know we didn't open the phone lines, and I did it intentionally. I mean, if you want to chat with them, you can go to the website. There's places for you to ask questions. But I'm sure if you look at all of the comments on the website, you probably won't have to call them to get any questions asked because I bet they've already been asked.
I promise you, the data we have will roll your eyes in the back of your head.
Have you had anybody ask a question you're thinking, are you kidding?
No, they're all good. And when I have one that we don't know, we add it to the website.
Right. Well, and that's what you need to do. I mean, because it is all about information. Again, family-owned and operated locally, United States of America, and I think Escondido. Yeah,
American Parts and Labor.
American Parts and Labor. Can't ask for nothing better than that. And I looked, Escondido is still in America.
Last time I looked.
So you got no problem there. And folks, it's...
But is California?
Yeah, well, that's another story.
That's the question.
Yeah, that's another story. Again, products California Air Research Board approved to sell in California. And it's not easy to sell anything in California that has anything to do with air and emissions. I'm telling you, you have to jump through some serious hoops. But if you're willing to do it and you feel that the product, is valid, which both, Richard and Michael truly believe in. Michael, brand new. Richard, this is his brainchild. This is his child. So my recommendation is go to the website, take a look. Let's say you're driving an RV or you're pulling a rig over the mountains, and and you want to save a little bit of money, get a little bit of horsepower. This could very easily be the ticket for you. And it's hydrogen power systems, and like we said before, it's just water. All right. In closing, Richard, anything that you wanted to add?
Thank you for your time.
Oh, trust me, more than happy to. Michael?
That's it. No, I appreciate the time. Yeah. It was great.
I think it's well worth people should be getting into, taking a look at it, and at least research it out, because there's nothing worse than saying, "Gosh, I wish I'd have known about that," because those kinds just make me crazy. So you got to keep your nose to the grindstone. All right, folks. Well, hey, hopefully you've enjoyed Green Machine Radio. If you missed portions of this, we're going to have this show uploaded on the Hydrogen Power System website, which is
hpstech.com.
I just want to make sure you remember it. Well, you're the new kid on the block. We got to get you to say it 13 more times.
It's all about repetition.
There you go. Well, you're in the military. Come on. Scrape that bulkhead. Scrape that.